today's documentary will be based on Bill Gates. Alongside me, we have Hugh Pickering, Deelijah Allard, Narace Balramsingh, Damien Rampersad, Hemchan Persad, Vijai Ramlal, and myself, Kwame Abel. Who is Bill Gates? Entrepreneur and businessman Bill Gates, born October 28, 1955, and his partner Paul Allen founded and built the world's largest software business, Microsoft, through technological innovation, keen business strategy, and aggressive business tactics. In the process, Gates became one of the richest men in the world. In February 2014, Gates announced that he was stepping down as Microsoft chairman to focus on charitable work at his foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Gates wrote his first software at the age of 13. In high school, he helped form a group of programmers who computerized their school payroll system. In 1975, Gates, then a sophomore at Harvard University, joined his hometown friend Paul G. Allen to develop a software for the first microcomputers. With the success of this project, Gates left Harvard during his junior year, and with Allen, they formed Microsoft. Largely on the strength of Microsoft's success, Gates amassed a huge paper fortune as the company's largest shareholder. He became a billionaire in 1986, and within a decade of his net worth, he had reached the tens of billions of dollars, making him, some estimate, the world's richest private individual. With few interests beyond software and the potential of information technology, Gates at first preferred to stay out of public eyes, handling civic and theological affairs indirectly through one of his foundations. Nevertheless, as Microsoft's power and reputation grew, he became more of a public figure. In addition to his work at Microsoft, Gates was also known for his charitable work. With his wife Melinda, he launched the William H. Gates Foundation, which was renamed Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 1990, as well as projects in the Pacific Northwest. During the foundation, Gates raised money for minority study grants through the Gates Millennium Scholars Program. In February 2014, he stepped down as chairman but continued to serve as board member. 2 years later, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
The once dominant software giant was formerly all but avoidable in the technology world. With the ever-popular Microsoft Office and Windows operating system, it is clear to see why they are the king of computing platforms. Although being a giant, Microsoft is not excluded from the internal challenges faced by large software companies, especially with their recent venture in the PC and mobile industry. The PC has seen little upside over the past couple years as smart devices such as phones and tablets have made a dent in sales. As a result, Microsoft have taken a hit to its Windows uptake from customers. Unfortunately for the company, the release of its revamped Windows operating system seemed to feed to dissatisfaction with the PC rather than drawing greater interest. Who remembers the Zune? The Zune was Microsoft's attempt to rival Apple's iPod success, and the recent Surface tablet effort has all but crashed and burned. Microsoft is not exactly known in the device market. Nevertheless, rather than retreating, the company has doubled down on devices with its recent $7 billion purchase of Nokia and plans on releasing the Surface 2. Microsoft have waffled on its commitment to software and services, making sometimes ill-fated ventures into the device sector. The company seemed to lack persons with the innovative foresight and creativity to compete with its rivals and satisfy the demands of consumers. In light of these challenges, Microsoft's greatest danger at this point may be the question mark regarding its leadership. Speculation suggests that former Nokia CEO will be replacing current CEO Steve Ballmer. Such a switch could signal a greater focus on presently struggling devices and to the further detriment of their stronghold in software and services. As a result, Leaders within the company, and primarily Bill Gates, will have to address these challenges and face the test of setting a profitable and suitable course for the company.
External challenges faced by Bill Gates. Failure is something common and inevitable, but learning from failure is what leads to success. This was a statement made by Microsoft founder Bill Gates, who as of 2018 has topped the list of the world's wealthiest billionaires 18 of the past 24 years. Many people told him he was crazy and that he couldn't make it in life, but he proved them wrong because he is one of the most richest people on earth. Through school, Bill Gates had it tough because everyone picked on him because of his smartness. Gates and his business partner Paul Allen originally started a company called Trafo Data, which featured an automated way to read and organize data pulled from traffic tapes. The company was a complete failure, and the product didn't work the way it was intended. Still, despite the challenge, Gates credits his first business as being invaluable as a learning experience. Due to their resilience and determination, Bill and his partner Paul Allen made it through and now have a business that has changed the world in computers as we know it. As a leader, Bill Gates had to endure many criticisms from many corners of the globe. However, in order to become successful, he had to rise above those many challenges. On the road to success, there were many external challenges along the way, such as a patent infringement suit from Apple over the design of the Windows interface, and a 1988 antitrust suit brought by the United States government when it appeared that Microsoft's dominant position in the industry had become a virtual monopoly. Microsoft's Bill Gates survived these legal battles and remains the preeminent producer of software for the home and office. Criticism of Microsoft has followed various aspects of its products and business practices. Issues with ease of use, robustness, and security of the company's software are common challenges brought on by external critics. In the 2000s, a number of malware mishaps have targeted security flaws in Microsoft Windows and other programs. Microsoft was also accused of locking vendors and consumers into their products and of not following and complying with existing standards in its software. Despite these external challenges, Bill Gates, being the leader of such a giant organization, continued to strive for greatness and saw beyond the skies of adversities, remaining a pivotal contributor to the advancements of our world today.
I'll be discussing the hegemon and value system of Bill Gates. Status, money, power, and self-preservation increase in priority, with his dominating point in his value system being other-mindedness. Status and money were never the fancies of Bill Gates, even though he is among the richest in the world. While it is true he valued power in managing his business by adopting the autocratic leadership pattern, he eventually mixed his leadership style in incorporating delegation and transactional aspects where he valued input from his subordinates. Self-preservation is an important work in progress as he further wished to develop his public speaking and interactional skills. He aimed to appeal to others' emotions and become a better motivational and public speaker. He had a vision. Gates learned to treat software like a business and fulfill his main hegemon, and I quote, "a computer on every desk and in every house running Microsoft software." As this vision has largely been satisfied, his main value of other-mindedness is focusing on his works on philanthropy. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, with $29 billion endowment given to improve global health and learning, is the epitome of other-mindedness.
Key attitudes of Bill Gates. I will be discussing two major points of his leadership skills. Firstly, an admirable attitude of Bill Gates is that he values hard work and dedication. In Microsoft, he is said to be the most hardworking employee. For over 30 years, Bill Gates is always seen all over the Microsoft office enthusiastically involved in the operation of the company. No wonder why Microsoft has attained the success it has achieved. Secondly, humility and simplicity. Humility and simplicity are the top most admirable successes of Bill Gates. Despite all the great wealth, power, and prestige he has gained during his lifetime, you won't see a trace of it in his actions. He remains a very humble and simple person. He is one of the top wealthiest men in the world, yet he chooses not to attend fancy gatherings and parties. However, when he does have the free time, he spends it quietly with his family. When asked why he still doesn't stop working when he has so much wealth already, he answered, "It's not about wealth." Although he is grateful and blessed to have wealth because it feeds his family and sends his children to school, and it gives him freedom to do what he wants, wealth is not the most important thing for him.
Bill Gates has demonstrated over nearly 30 years the importance of clarity of thought and execution. Unlike many of his contemporaries, he did not move away from the domain he understood better than anything else: software. He has pursued the objective of dominance in software in general and operating systems. Venturing into unfamiliar territory may be fashionable but carries a high degree of risk. If ever a need arises for an absolute example for what Peters and Waterman call sticking to the knitting, and Hamel and Prahalad termed core competence, one needs to look no further than Bill Gates and Microsoft. Focus also means the ability to pursue one's goals, whatever the obstacles may be. Such a degree of perseverance is hard to come by. Thinking big, along with focus, the ability to dream big and pursue that with single-minded determination sets Gates apart from any other entrepreneur. This is particularly true of entrepreneurs from emerging economies like India, where an ultra-conservative attitude is stifled. Entrepreneurs need to develop confidence in themselves and their team that they can take on the world and come out winners. Passion. Simply put, if anything is worth doing, it is worth doing well. From a simple thank you note to a complex proposal, it is critical to place the stamp of excellence on whatever one undertakes. Equally important is the need to constantly innovate. Change is the only constant, and the more agile and adaptive we are to change, the more successful we can be. Another is learning as a lifelong process. Though dropping out of college to his dreams, Bill Gates has probably read and written more than most of us ever will. In the process, he has shown the limits of formal education. Important as formal education is, perhaps it is more important to realize that learning is a lifelong process. Knowledge is infinite. Even if we keep assimilating it without a break throughout our lifetime, we would not have scratched the surface. Knowledge should lead to humility and wisdom, not arrogance and one-upmanship. Giving back to society. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has provided a new dimension of philanthropy by addressing issues that are global in nature: malaria, cancer, AIDS, just a few to name. Feeling good by doing good may appear old-fashioned, but this may yet be the best way forward in combating diseases that kill or maim millions of people every year. With friend and legendary investor Warren Buffett also joining hands, a formidable combination has been forged. Bill Gates has shown a remarkable degree in consistency both in his business goals and in his goals of philanthropy. He is a global citizen.
Bill Gates as a leader has impacted me by the way he followed his dreams, thinking independently, working tirelessly to pursue what his passion is. Also by the way he gives back to charity. These are some of the values that I will incorporate in my life.
So guys, how has the study of Bill Gates impacted you?
Well, in studying Bill Gates, I have learned that in order to be an effective leader, you must be the change that you want to see.
Well, during my study of Bill Gates, I have learned that success is a long journey riddled with challenges. It's to remain focused and persevere.
Well, what I understand from Bill Gates as a leader, you must not be afraid to give people opportunities once you see potential within them to grow with the company.
Okay, what stood out to me was his determination and his response to failure in every encounter. He would have stated that it's fine to celebrate success, but it's more important to heed the lessons of failure.
What I've learned is to never be complacent with success. Always strive to be your better self.
Okay guys, thank you for viewing our video on Bill Gates. Hope you will learn a thing or two on his leadership skills. Thank you very much.